The United States celebrates its 250th birthday next year, and as we all know, it started right here in Philadelphia. There will be special events to mark the occasion, and a new set of history books is taking readers into the true stories of Philadelphia, the surrounding regions, and how they shaped the nation and, quite frankly, the world. Greater Philadelphia, A New History for the 21st Century is a 3-volume set published by the University of Pennsylvania Press. And here this morning is Howard Gillette, Professor Emeritus at Rutgers Camden and former director of the Mid-Atlantic Regional Center for the Humanities, and Mary Francis, director of the University of Pennsylvania Press. Thank you both so much for being here with us this morning.
Good to be here.
It's great to be here.
Yes, it's such a pleasure to have you here today on Philly Live. Howard, I want to start with you because you are one of the editors involved with this project. You were just telling me it took about 3 years of intense work to put it together, but so many years prior to that, just researching to compile all these stories. The books, they make the case that Philadelphia's story is inseparable for its region. How do you think that will excite readers?
Well, I think that the whole evolution of Philadelphia's magnificent contribution to the nation has been broadly based. The minute the city was sited on 2 rivers, it brought people in from the farmlands to provide provisions, and as roads and turnpikes and other elements expanded outward, the whole region got pulled into the growth of the city. So it started that way, it's continued that way, and I think that everyone pretty much feels that regions are the center of the new economies.
Why did Penn Press take on a project of this scale with so much material, and why now?
Well, this is our moment for Philadelphia, right? The semi-quincentennial is going to put Philly in the spotlight because it all did start here. And we really felt at Penn Press that this rich environment, this dynamic city that we all call home, needed to have a new history. And, you know, there are other big cities that have had big histories, but this was a special effort with almost 100 contributors, not just, great scholars like Howard, but community historians, local writers and journalists, to talk about every aspect of how, as Howard said, this has been a center of influence for the whole history of the nation. You know, we all love to talk about the revolution in 1776, but, we were the capital of the nation. We were the leading industrial center. Yeah. We have led as a cultural center for generations. It was exciting. It seemed like something that was perfect for 2026.
Yeah, it sounds like so many hidden gems are within these pages, which a lot of younger generations can now learn about. Howard, what would you say is one of your favorite stories in these books? I know it's hard to pick. I know.
It's great to talk about the core story of the revolution itself, but I think that the way we've organized this, we talk about the repercussions, and I think the section remembering the revolution becomes as important as anything. Mm-hmm. And that means various organizations that were formed. A musical tribute to our independence is one example also. And beyond that, we've got these great museums like the Constitution Center and the Museum of the American Revolution. These are relatively new, but they keep the stories alive. Yeah. And I think that we're going to be a great sense of rethinking where we've come from and where we're going to go out of these, revisiting these stories.
Absolutely. What a great way to retell Philadelphia's history. Now, Mary, as we head into 2026, you just talked about it, the semi-quincentennial. What do you hope people take away from reading these books?
I really hope that people start to understand that Philadelphia is not just about 1776. I know a lot of folks think of that first when they come here, but there's so many other aspects of the city that are really intriguing and dynamic. What happened in 1776, those ideas about opportunity, equality, independence, liberty, they are present today in our immigrant communities that come here, our communities of faith, the educational innovation that Philadelphia is so known for, and all those stories are tied together. So I really hope that not just natives of the place or people who moved here from other places like me or visitors, there's going to be, of course, thousands of them, they'll learn just what a rich and dynamic environment Philadelphia is. We're way more than Ben Franklin and his colleagues.
A lot to learn about, but a lot to celebrate. Once again, the 3-volume set is called Greater Philadelphia, A New History for the 21st Century. And there's a public book launch celebration, we just said that word, coming up later today at 5:30 p.m. at the Independence Visitor Center. You can get more details on NBC10.com/findit-on10. Howard, Gillette, Mary Francis, thank you both so much for being here on Philly Live and telling us more about this.
Thank you.
Thank you.